everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island All Stars Season 3, Episode 2. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. We start off with Shaq and Sean being sent to sequester. They are going to be stuck in the hideaway for the night. As we know, Sean is not happy with the way that Scott came at him, and being on the receiving end of what Scott said is hurtful. There's no doubt about that, right? Being told you are not an all-star, being told you were all up in somebody else's ass, and being told you are categorically the worst Islander to ever come on the show, I would understand why that would hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna revise history though. And I remember being incredibly irritated by Sean, some of the microaggressive things that Sean would do, whether you want to admit it or not. Some people watching. Sean rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So I'm not surprised that a lot of people aren't mad at Scott coming for Sean publicly. I also do recall Sean doing this whole sad puppy dog thing. That's his MO. In this case, it is warranted because he did get called out in a quite embarrassing way. But I'm like, I've seen this play before. I know what this man does. Sticks his tail between his legs. Oh my gosh, what was it me? Oh, why me? What? I already know your playbook, sir. But anyways, Scott says the reason why he chose to send those guys away, well, why he chose to say that they were no good for the girls that they were partnered up with, is because he actually is interested in Belle and Leanne the most. And at first I was like, side eye. But as I'm watching him, I'm like, okay, maybe I can see it. I don't necessarily see it for him and Belle, and I'll talk about that later. But him and Leanne, I was like, okay, maybe. Whitney doesn't see it. She's like, you guys are in completely different mindsets. I don't know how it's gonna work between y'all. And because she said that, I'm gonna side with her. I don't know them personally, but she does. So if she thinks that it's off, then I'm gonna think that it's off too. But stranger things have happened. Both women are intrigued by Scott's aesthetic. They like how he looks. They think he's attractive, but they're not big fans of how he handled his arrival. So they do want to get to the bottom of what that all was about. So Belle takes the opportunity to talk to Scott and ask him what type of time he's on.
What did you not like that you did?
Movie night.
There was a few times that he kicked off. Hypocritical, wasn't it? You don't like people piping up unwarranted.
Oh my God, your eyes are beautiful. What the fuck?
Thanks.
Try.
Essentially, Belle is saying, hey, pot, meet kettle. And I fully agree with her. You're out here saying that you don't like somebody who pipes up without being asked and somebody who's just very brash, but you did the same thing on your own season, on the other shows we've seen you on, and now you did it again. So where's the accountability? This man does not want to be held accountable at all. He just skips to wanting to flirt with her, and he is a big flirt. As we know, we've seen him on 17,000 shows at this point. But what we also know is that this man is a game player. Scott is going to do whatever it takes to get to the end. So is he genuinely into Belle? I'm not quite sure. But if he is, I can see these two clashing badly, very badly. They are both very outspoken. They both have a low tolerance for BS. Like I could just see if they are both in drama and it happens to be with each other, they would be at each other's throat. Honestly, I would love to watch it, but that's part of the reason why I don't see them working out romantically. It just seems like a dumpster fire waiting to happen. Jack wants to take Whitney for a chat. Because they are coupled up, I'll allow it.
You look great.
Thank you. You like the blowy shit. Now you're giving me compliments. Like, what's going on?
I've got a 2-year-old daughter.
Oh, a daughter?
Yeah, yeah.
I've always said I would never like date a baby daddy.
Oh, really?
Kind of
I
vibe.
totally understand that.
Maybe it's preconceptions. Daunting for me personally. Like.
I get it. I totally get it. To be fair. I really do.
So Whitney, understandably, is not here for the baby daddy life. Girl, understood. Been there twice. Regretted it both times. So I totally hear her on the whole, listen, this was never my portion. I never saw it for myself. So essentially, the chances of us being together are slim to none, okay? He's not completely written off, but it's real low, real low. I wouldn't see them gelling regardless of the fact that he's a father, but I don't know. I think he actually does like Whitney. Like, he's really trying to pursue her this episode. And I'm like, okay, I mean, if you're genuine and you guys vibe, I don't know why I would be against it. But yeah, I'm not quite seeing the vision as of yet. Then we have Millie, who is not surprised at all that she was paired up with Kieran. She feels like the audience is probably thinking because Kieran is Welsh and Liam was also Welsh, that she will like him. And that's a big reason why I don't like the public vote, especially because the demographic of Love Island has changed. It is a lot of really young people. Not that it ever wasn't young people, but it's really young people now. Like they be like 12. Like, they are young. So they're gonna base things off of superficial things like who your ex was or race. We always see the black people being paired with the black people or the brown people being with the brown people, knowing damn well these two would not get along. They would not work. You know what I'm saying? But it would be nice if people were basing things off of personality, off of age, or off of the fact that they probably don't want to be reminded of their ex. Like, if Millie did not have a great time with Liam, let's say that that was the case. Let's say that she actually is traumatized. Why is setting her up with somebody who is reminiscent of that a good thing? I don't like. Let's switch up the vote. Let's give the autonomy back to the Islanders. Can they pick who they want to be with? I'm okay with that. And I know that that's to help with the whole diversity of it all because certain people often get left last. But like this weird pairing thing, it's just, I don't like it. Leanna asks Scott if he's genuinely looking for a relationship this time around, and he claims that he is, and then proceeds to spit some dead game.
Your eyes are really nice.
Oh, thank you. They're so dark, don't you think? Are you actually trying to find someone?
Yes. Yes. Do you like a younger boy?
I'm not opposed to one.
There we go.
It's such a cop-out, but I feel like I'm such a personality person. By the way, this is not me saying that you're not, but I'm looking for someone genuine, just someone nice, funny, who I can get on with.
Every day, your eyes with Scott. Every day. If you say that to every single person, it's not even gonna have any weight anymore. Like, everybody's eyes are just so beautiful. Come up with something else. Damn. So anyways, he's asking who she's interested in. She says, honestly, I'm open. It don't matter who it is. I'll give everybody a chance, mainly because I am a personality person. They did have a conversation the next day, which did help his case. She was like, you know what? You have been my best conversation so far. I actually do think that we could have something here. And he also feels the same. He feels like he didn't expect them to get along as well as they have. It's just the thing that Whitney said. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyways, they're both kind of caught by surprise. But either way, Scott does have another option in Belle. Belle is starting to feel a little bit jealous already. Belle, slow your roll. Slow your roll. The man has been here for 35 seconds, okay? You can't be this jealous already. They play a game called You or Me, or at least that's what I'm calling it because I forget the name. Whitney makes out with every guy. Charlie wants to get to know Millie. Scott fancies Belle and Leanne the most. Tommy makes out with all the girls, and we know he loves that, child. Millie ranks Charlie and Scott's kisses, ranking Charlie higher. Jack makes out with Millie. Kieran wants to share a bed with Jess, and his moan was absolutely atrocious. Kieran also wants to rip off Leanne and Jess's clothes. I low-key was feeling that kiss with Leanne, can't lie. Scott would swipe right on Belle, and Belle's type on paper is Scott. Helena is most excited to get to know Scott. And lastly, Scott thinks that Leanne would be the best in bed. So the next morning, Shaq and Sean are released from sequester, and obviously Sean is still irritated by the fact that Scott came for him the way that he did.
I understand you're gonna fucking ruffle a few feathers to try and get the girl you want, but then like, don't know him, don't follow each other. I just thought like, it was a bit out of order, to be honest.
Sort of outed you for no reason, I felt.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not here to couple up with Scott.
Like I said before, the call out would be hurtful if you were on the receiving end, regardless of how I feel about Sean. If somebody came at me like that, completely out the blue, I would be gobsmacked. So yes, understood that. I'm glad that, oh, to be a boy, the way that boys just patch things up and move on so quickly, I love that for them. So they were able to make amends. I think that the things that Scott was saying, though they could have been framed better, were valid. So yeah, if Scott really wanted to get his point across without hurting somebody's feelings, there definitely was a way to do that. And he acknowledges that too. He says, you know what? I did come a little strong, so I do apologize for that. But my sentiment rings true. And I agree. Shaq asks Helena if he is her type. No. Next question. No, be so for real. Anyways, then we have Sean, who tells Millie that he's actually kind of been avoiding her because they did meet on the outside and they did kind of have a vibe, but he wasn't sure if it was reciprocated. She does confirm that it is reciprocated, and as their conversation is ramping up, unfortunately, Belle does intercept and they have a conversation. I really don't see it going anywhere with either of those women. Millie is definitely more focused on Charlie, and Belle has her eyes on a few people. Though I haven't seen her speak with Shaq since he was sent away, she does like Scott a lot. So Sean, move around. Do something else. Whitney and Jack have another conversation, and it's very easy for me to fall for the propaganda.
Is this like a friendship couple? If you're not interested, like, I kind of like to know.
You know, you have your preconceptions. No, I've not ruled it out.
I'm glad you told me about that.
Didn't picture myself being a stepmom.
I think stepmom would look good on you, to be fair.
Really?
The night before, she was even talking about Jack, and she was like, honestly, I'm not too mad at that. You know, I'm not too mad at what this could be. And he overheard, and she was like a little bashful or whatever, but I wouldn't be too mad at it either. We don't even know Jack for real. So there's nothing to write against him. The fact that he's a father is not the worst thing in the world. So she's not writing him off, neither am I. And I want to make this clear. This is more about Whitney than it is about Jack. Because one thing about me, I'm a root for this girl no matter what. Like, back when she was with Mehdi, I gaslit myself to be like, yeah, guys, it makes sense. Guys, it makes sense. And I just want to say, all those times that I said that Whitney would choose Mehdi, she absolutely did. Even though some of y'all called me crazy, but she did it every time. Every time I said she would do it, she did it. Until she didn't, which is totally fine. So, girl, if you want to go with Jack, that's fine with me. Do what you gotta do, baby. Tommy and Sean talk about the girls that they've been eyeing on the outside. Of course, Sean has been eyeing Millie. Tommy has been eyeing Jess. But Tommy doesn't like how Jess has been acting so far. And we get to learn even more about how they've been corresponding outside the villa.
Jess is the only girl in there who'll potentially see it going somewhere with. I don't know, one thing I find weird, I've not said this, me and Jess were DMing quite a lot. She even FaceTimed me a couple of times. I struggle to feel like she's giving much back. It's almost like denying it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why did you deny it?
FaceTime? FaceTime? Jess. FaceTime? You're trying to act like you barely know this man, but you're asking him for rides. You're FaceTiming him. Baby girl, what's the deal? Like, it sounds like to me, she's just trying not to come across thirsty, but her being nonchalant is turning off the guys. Tommy's being turned off because he's like, I actually like this girl. I want to pursue her, but I don't know why she's acting like I'm a stranger. And then with Kieran, he was having a conversation with her and he's like, I don't know, the chat was kind of dead. Like, she's exciting, she's cute, she's beautiful, but now when it comes to us getting to know each other, she's stonewalling me and that's not attractive. Jess, you're doing yourself a disservice. You came here for redemption. You came here for a round two. You have two guys who were genuinely interested in you and you like back. But out of fear of looking beggy, probably because her last time she also looked beggy, you're now going to ruin your chances. I understand you want to course correct, but this is a bit of an overcorrection. Charlie's a man of action. All right, this man was the first to pull a girl the first night. He's the first to take a girl into the hideaway, and now he's the first to initiate a kiss outside of a game.
Proper day waking up together with everyone and like, you know.
Not with me though. You know, we are getting on really well and it's really nice. Definitely the best kiss though out of everyone. You're a wanted man, Charlie.
You're a wanted woman, Millie. Like, it's, like I did recouple with you and would you be happy about it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Although Charlie may suck at apologizing, not even may. That man sucks. When he was trying to apologize to Helen, I was like, please shut up. This is piss poor. The man takes charge. The man does take initiative when he likes a woman, and I do appreciate that in him. I wish there was a little more of a breath before he wanted to kiss Millie, just so she could have a moment to genuinely accept, to give you the consent. But she was down, so that's great and all. Yeah, I like that he's going for what he wants. I do see these two together. I wonder if his piss poor apology skills are gonna show up again with Millie. That's gonna be a problem. I think that her past has her just a little bit cautious. So yeah, Charlie's gonna have to show up better than how her ex did. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I like that he just goes for it. And I think that's what Millie needs. You know, she's much more out there to me. She seems much more out there, much more confident, you know? So she needs somebody who's going to match that vibe too. And she's in a space where she's trying to find her person. So if that person is going to be Charlie, that's all right with me. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.